Hi, welcome to the 336. We are here in CoLab in Greensboro today with Calvin Williams, who is the founder of Freeman Capital. It's an online investment platform that's AI driven.
Yes.
And I want to talk to you about that because I have a little strange obsession with AI. And it's part of what is exciting about you right now is you just won a $50,000 grant from NCIDEA, right?
Yes, we did.
That's awesome. Well, let's. I was trying to explain to our interns on the way over here what Freeman Capital does. I'm sure I butchered it up pretty good. Yeah. So tell us what Freeman Capital is all about and what you're doing that's so revolutionary.
Well, it really started when I first exited my first technology startup. So I was running a web development studio for many years, and I had a partner at the time, and I was ready to move on. So she kind of bought me out, and I had a little bit of capital, at least I felt like I did.
Yeah.
And then I went and spoke with a active wealth manager because I didn't want to just put it in an ETF or just put it in the market myself.
Now, what's an ETF?
Great question. That's an electronic traded fund.
Okay.
So I wanted to have a professional that was basically going to watch my money every day and night. And he basically told me that I did not have enough money for him to watch. So I left that meeting feeling embarrassed and actually quite motivated, because I felt like this is a problem that impacts me. It has to impact more people. And that became what Freeman Capital is, which is providing active wealth management to everyday investors starting at just $1,000.
So I have about $3.
Okay.
How much of your time does that buy me for watching my money during the day?
Well, the beautiful thing is that it probably won't buy too much, but you can come right on our platform, and we are providing education so that when you get the other $997, we'll be right there for you.
Nice. Now, are you trading currency? What is it? What is stocks, bonds? What are you doing? What am I investing my $3 in?
So what we did was we sat down and really figured out where is the market not at yet. And so a lot of people already have investments with their job or some places like that, which are already in the stock market.
Sure.
What active wealth managers do is that they help to diversify you.
Sure.
And so if you're already in the stock market, they find other investments to help complement or uncorrelate to what you have going on in the stock market. And that's what our platform is doing now.
That's cool.
So our first asset class is in the currency market.
Got it.
Where we are providing automated retail customers with the opportunity to have us invest for them in this market.
Cool.
We also have plans to roll out futures, and then by the end of the year be in stocks, bonds, and even manage options.
That's aggressive. How are you going to get all that done?
Well, I have an amazing team, and that is really the beautiful thing here, is that there have been people that have been really motivated by our mission to help solve wealth inequality.
Yeah.
And by that, they are really pulling it together. So it's not just me, but it's a really strong team behind it.
One of the themes that we like to talk about at Venture Cafe is embracing risk. Like, being an entrepreneur is inherently risky. So tell us about a time when you faced a decision that was just more uncertain than certain. How did you approach that decision? How did you break down the risk, and then what happened?
I would say that one of the biggest risks is just starting this company, because currently, to provide a service that is normally for millionaires to regular people, that in and of itself is a massive risk. And so the thing that we had to do was to take that risk and break it down into small chunks that we could execute on every day. And so for other entrepreneurs, that would really be my number one suggestion, which is to really understand the steps that you have to take and then break them down, because on day one it's going to seem very overwhelming.
Sure.
But if you can find a way to break it down into something that you can start and do today, then you can continue to move forward and you'll have momentum to tackle that larger risk.
Nice. I know you've been able to participate in a lot of the different entrepreneurial support organizations here in the Triad.
Yes.
What's your experience been with those, and what do you think the entrepreneurial support community is missing or still needs to be providing entrepreneurs like you?
So I would say that the community is very strong. I mean, being that I started my first company here 10 years ago, seeing how much growth that has happened is amazing. There's so much coordination between different organizations, and that is for the betterment of all of the actual entrepreneurs. And whether it's here at the CoLab in Greensboro or Venture Cafe in Winston, there have been a number of opportunities that have all helped to kind of further us.
Yeah.
I think that the thing that can help us move forward is just around funding. Because we are doing a great job here in finding talent, beginning to cultivate them, helping them to improve their business, providing them with mentors and advisors. But we still need to find more ways to bring more funding to early stage entrepreneurs.
Speaking of funding,
Yes.
right? You just won a $50,000.
Yes, we
Is it a
did.
grant
Yes,
for
it is.
Idea?
It is a grant.
So what's that going to go to? $50,000? That's not chump change.
No, it's not, and we're excited by it. I mean, the second that we got the phone call, I mean, I almost got a little teary-eyed. It was really great. And because of our market research that I told you about earlier, we were able to build an online community of over 60,000 people, organically growing at a rate of over 11% month over month.
Really?
Now, this is organic. Now, with this grant, we are able to take our best, promotion and ads, and now deploy that in paid ads, and hopefully that will then bring exponential returns back to our company and help share the mission of Freeman Capital and wealth equality with more people.
So it sounds almost like you're a social entrepreneur in a way. I mean, you're definitely a capitalist.
Yes, I am.
Yep, we all like making money, right?
Yeah.
We love that.
Yes.
But it sounds like this is a couple times you've mentioned now wealth inequality.
Right.
Right? So talk to me about sort of that underlying theme and mission in the business.
So that's a really big part of the business, because even before I started, I had a good job, so I was good myself, But I think back to my great-grandparents, and they are who the company is named after, Evelyn and George Freeman.
Oh, cool.
They were able in the 1940s and 50s to pull together some money and begin to rent out homes in DC.
Yeah.
And so this mission of providing for yourself and providing for others has been a thread in my family for multiple generations.
Nice.
And so as we look out into the overall economy and the overall American middle class, we see that people can do all the right things. They can go to school, they can get a good job, they can save, but the system is set up so that they may not get access to certain opportunities that other people do just because they aren't as far along.
Sure.
And to us, that's just not fair. And so we want to help bring some balance into the system. And if you are a 1% or a 99, you should have the choice to decide if you want to take this service.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do here.
So you mentioned you've built this huge organic community. It's growing 11% month over month, which is astonishing, right? So how many active users do you have on your platform right now?
So what we did was that we did a small beta in October of last year to really test out our onboarding and our customer service process, because this service is new and we have to deal with regulation, and customer service is really important where we are taking our time. So we had around 30 individuals that we sent invites out to that were permitted to come onto our platform. We have a few thousand waiting, and we are looking to do another beta in the next few months.
Wow.
And we're going to continue that process until we open up for launch later on in 2018.
So tell me about the role of AI in the platform. That's something we talked about a little bit at the top. So what is AI doing on the platform? Who are you working with AI partner-wise? Like, how did you find people here to do AI? Right. Tell me more about that.
So really, it comes down to trade execution and trade management, because one thing that people have to have is that they need to have some level of understanding and protection of the actual investments. But for one person to execute thousands of trades, that can be very challenging in terms of a time span and a number of factors.
Sure.
But what we have is that for each one of our trading programs, we then design a loss limit target. And when
Tell me what that is. What
that's
is
a great question.
Because I'm not a financier like you, right? What is a loss limit target?
So if you go to our website, you'll see each one of our trading programs has a target for losses per month. And as we begin to reach that target, we then stop placing trades.
So is that like a risk assessment? I'm not willing to lose more than X dollars a month.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And so this way, you as a new investor can begin to project what are the losses that I would feel comfortable with before I even get started?